Alright, everybody. Welcome to the Star Wars The Clone Wars commentary. This is for the movie, not the show. So, yeah. I did a commentary for Attack of the Clones, and I liked Attack of the Clones against, everything I had heard previously, and I have also heard that The Clone Wars is bad, and I want to watch Revenge of the Sith, so, you know, guess I'll watch this because this comes in between it. I'm not gonna watch the show though, unless this is magic. Unless this is magically like a really good movie, and I'm just I'm drawn to wanting to watch more. But yeah, so the Clone Wars. This is what canonically happens between episodes 2 and 3, from what I understand, and how you're gonna sync up to get my live reaction as someone who's never seen the movie before and someone who not too familiar with the Anakin story or anything. Just watched episode 2. I haven't even seen episode 3. Someone who you know uh, might have a different opinion than you. If you want to watch it, then here's how you sync it up. Once the Warner Brothers logo goes away, you're gonna hit play if you want to be synced up with me and you want to get my live reaction. But now you can just press pause. Woohoo! Yeah, yeah. Hopefully you're synced up. Alright. What is this? What is this movie? A long time ago. A galaxy far, far away. Bam! Ba-da-dun, da-da-dun, dun, 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 dun. What? That's not Star Wars, is it? That's a different theme. Alright, well, right away. There's a difference. Come on, text crawl, text crawl. What? 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 Wait, there wasn't a... Is this like... Is this supposed to be the text crawl? Hmm. Mace Window. This is the comedy you're getting. Hmm. I'm sorry if you can hear me like swallow and things. I have a drink. It's a Fanta Peach, and it's very good. The new Fanta flavors, the green apple and the peach, they're both very good. Yeah. So it's my Fanta review. Yeah, you can definitely hear a lot of random noises. I'm so sorry. This is an awful mic too. I did the Attack of the Clones one on my phone mic, but the file refuses to send to my email or my drive. So yeah. Yo, that's the guy that did the narration. What? Why is he a character? And more so, why was there narration instead of the text scroll? Did Solo have a text scroll? I feel like it did, but I'm not. I'm not sure. Hey, there's my boy. There's little Anakin. Okay. I I don't like this art style. I should put that out right away. I don't like this art style. So I've heard that this movie is garbage, but I've heard the show is good. So I don't know. That's just what I've heard. I've learned recently that I can't trust popular opinion with this franchise because it doesn't line up with mine. And my opinion is the bottom line. I'm not being sarcastic at all. That is the truth. I am the only one that gets to decide what Star Wars is good and what Star Wars is bad. Burn all the ones I don't like. Let's remake them all. Let's remake. Oh God, I'm not even gonna get into the ones I don't like because I want people to watch this. Not gonna get into the ones I like either, because I don't want to scare people away with my controversial opinions. Although, I mean, I already said I liked episode 2, so it's a little sneak peek at the stuff I believe. It's really late, by the way, as well. And these commentaries are not necessarily focused on being funny. They're focused on, do you want to see how somewhat of an outsider feels about the Star Wars franchise on first viewing? At least the ones that I hadn't already seen. Because I feel like a lot of, I don't know, yeah, I'm not gonna get into my, I probably definitely will get into opinions on Star Wars later, in this track, but, for the beginning here, let's keep it civil. So yeah, the animation, like I said, I'm not a fan of the art style. The animation hasn't been bad. The art style, I like the art style on Anakin and on Obi-Wan. I think they look fine. I don't like the way the clones look, rather. The droids look fine because the droids were CG to begin with, and clones probably were too. No, they definitely were. But they don't look as good in this art style. Oh, that guy looks awful. So this is presumably a. I mean, I know that the actual show is like a children's show. I mean, Star Wars is a children's franchise. Especially the first 3. But I don't know. But this is especially so, from what I understand. Now, what I'm interested to see, I am interested to see Anakin and Obi-Wan sort of being friends. I'm interested to see that. Hopefully that it shows it in this movie, because I can't possibly imagine it doesn't. And look, it's already doing kind of a good job. They're bantering. Who's that? Who's that? Thank you, Anakin. Whom? Whom? Help! No, please, come back. So who is she again? Did I just totally blank and miss whatever they were saying? Because I think I did. Yeah, I don't remember what they just said. I know her name's. She said her name is Ahsoka. which is if there was multiple of the M. Night Shyamalan versions of the beloved character Sokka from The Last Airbender, then there would be Ahsoka, and then there'd be another Sokka and a few Sokkas because he named it Sokka. This joke is going nowhere. Oh man, I need to stop. I need to rewatch The Last Airbender. I should do that commentary. That one would be fun. Because I have no attachment to that show. And I remember as a kid, I liked the movie. Because I had no interest in the show. Oh, she's explaining herself. Okay, she's explaining herself. What? What? Is this canon? Oh, this animation's bad. This is a bad animation. Not a fan of it. Dang, that dang diddly. I don't know. So, this is canon, right? As like what happened in the Clone Wars. So Anakin had a Padawan? This Ahsoka girl? He had a Padawan. Does this come up in episode 3? I'm interested if that comes up in episode 3, because this movie's out in 2008, but like presumably Lucas had this all planned. But I've never heard of Ahsoka. I mean, like, I've heard the name. Yeah, I've heard the name. Like, when she said her name was Ahsoka, I was like, oh, I guess that's Ahsoka. I didn't know she was from this series. I actually thought she was from Rebels. I didn't know what she looked like either. That's weird. So is she... Huh, I don't know. This ain't your daddy's Star Wars. This ain't your grandpappy's Star Wars. They have snippy dialogue in this Star Wars. I realize you could say that about The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, but shut up. It's Star Wars with an attitude. This girl comes in and starts, like, inserting herself into everything. Huh. Oh, why is that ugly guy still back? I like that robot. It's a cute one. It's pretty cute. My seat is loud. You can definitely hear that. Okay, so like I said, I apologize for the random sounds you can hear interfering with your immersion in this glorious, fabulous film. By the way, I'm going to say the same thing I said in Attack of the Clones. I'm open to liking this. I mean, I would say I'm more than open to liking this. I'm hoping I like it. You know, why would I go into a movie hoping I dislike it? But the thing is, I was like immediately, or at least almost immediately into episode 2. You know, the assassination attempt with the city and all that. That was really cool. So yeah, like I was sort of immediately invested in that one. Versus, I'm not invested yet in this. There's nothing that's really sticking out to me. In the dialogue, I'm not paying too much attention to the dialogue. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm trying to, but I'm obviously I'm not that interested. I'm mainly just interested, like, oh, that looks good. That looks good. Jabba the Hutt. Yeah, I was right. Mace Windu doesn't look bad. The animation just goes between good and bad. Like there's not great animation in this, but some of it's decent. Some of it's really bad. I think it would get boring if I just keep talking about how I feel about the animation at any given moment. By the way, that was awful when she jumped there. Yeah, totally. Oh. Did she just really say I'm the one with enthusiasm? I'm gonna make that give me a second. Gotta go put that in my Tinder bio. I'm the one with enthusiasm. I got up and went to go check my phone really quick for comedic effect, but since I am an audio recording, you could not witness that comedy, so I have to explain it to you, which ruins the joke. But just rest assured, I just did that. I'm sitting down again. Oh, that looks awful. What? That was awful. Did he just say that? Oh, I don't even know what he said. He said something like, I think he just said they're putting a cramp in my style or something. He probably did not say that, but that's what I heard. I hope that's what he said. That would be funny. In a what kind of way? Like when Finn said, "Droid, please." So does Ahsoka come up in episode 3? I watched this movie. I'm watching this movie primarily just so I can be caught up for episode 3. I really thought Ahsoka was a Rebels character. Like I said, I had only ever heard the name. For the record, I watched like the first 3 or 4 episodes of Rebels, and I quite like Rebels. What I saw of it, definitely more than this, at least so far. Yeah, I like Rebels quite a bit from what I saw. So just putting that out there. Possible other controversial opinion, but I don't know. I don't know what people think about it. Lightsaber right there still looked better than most of Attack of the Clones. That was one of the things I kept saying in my Attack of the Clones track. I kept saying like the lightsabers look like they weren't physically there. Like the effects for the lightsabers looked bad a lot of the time in that movie. But it didn't compromise the movie or anything for me. You know, it was fine. She's holding that lightsaber really weird. So, do people hate Ahsoka? I don't hate Ahsoka yet. but I definitely get the vibe that she's a character people hate. Give me a second. I'm gonna look this up. Wait, what if she dies or something? Should I look it up? I don't think she dies. This is like a kids movie. I doubt Ahsoka dies. But then again, if Anakin had like a Padawan that died, I guess that would turn him pretty evil. But I'm just gonna look up do people hate Ahsoka rather than Ahsoka just by herself, because if I just look up her name by herself, it might show me like if she died. But if I look up do people hate Ahsoka, maybe like her mortality won't come into question. It'll just be do people like her. Let me see. Uh, yeah. Yeah, it looks like people hate Ahsoka. I see a little thing on Reddit. It's Ahsoka versus Rey. Uh, yeah, there's a lot of stop hating on Ahsoka thread. Who here hates Ahsoka on GameFAQs? Yeah, so apparently people hate Ahsoka. I knew it. I don't even know what exactly it was. Maybe it's the fact that she has attitude. The fact that she is kind of an annoying character, but I don't necessarily have a problem with annoying characters in Star Wars. I don't hate Jar Jar or anything. I don't hate 3PO. Like, it's a part of Star Wars, but there are people who take this franchise way too seriously. And just the fact that Ahsoka is like, just the way she's acting, I knew people had to hate her. Fanboys rather. Huh. I'm really, I'm really wondering if Ahsoka shows up in episode 3. I mean, I don't think she shows up. Wait, maybe she does. Who would play her in that case? I don't know. I don't know if she shows up. Because she seems to be a pretty big part of this. Definitely a part I didn't know about. And I'm trying to think of how this movie could end that could lead into episode 3, where, I mean, I haven't seen episode 3, but I've heard that's the one where he turns into Darth Vader. That's like the big scary Anakin becomes like a scary monster movie. So like what could like bring him to that point? Because he still seems to be fairly heroic right here, like in this movie. Even though he kind of had the stuff going on, and he's married to Padme right now. So he's doing pretty good right now. Uh, in this movie, but something has to turn him, and I'm thinking if he had if he has this Padawan he has to look after that Yoda sent him in Ahsoka, then Ahsoka has to die, right? Either die or turn evil. Something like that. Something has to happen to Ahsoka in order for this movie to make sense, I think. But then again, I haven't seen episode 3. I don't know what happens in episode 3. I don't know where it starts. Presumably after this, but I don't know. But no, my guess is definitely that Ahsoka dies somewhere in this movie. And then that's gonna be like the straw that breaks the camel's back, and like Anakin's gonna be like, "Nah, I can't be trusted around people," or whatever. It's gonna be like, "I have to be alone." But then he likes Padme. I don't know. I'm spitballing here. Ah, man, this movie is boring. Thought this was gonna be way more interesting, but this is yeah, this movie is boring. It's just it's nothing but so far it's just been a giant battle. And it's like, why would I be invested in this? I don't, oh man, there's an hour and 15 minutes left to go. Oh, I gotta sit down again. I've been like pacing just to keep myself occupied. This movie's not doing it. Hmm. Huh. Oh no. I hate this guy. Why is the I'm still not over the fact that they narrated the text crawl. Like what? But again, I guess it's a kids movie. I don't know. Okay, this might be interesting. It looks like they're about to have a moment. Okay. Okay, so they're gonna bond. Ahsoka has to die, right? I'm gonna probably just be repeating this cinnamon uh through this whole thing, but that has to be how this ends. There's no way it isn't. But again, this is a kids movie. Wait, if this is a kids movie, like for little kids, and it clearly is, then would it really contribute to Anakin turning evil? Wait, would it? Ah, and there's a show too. So maybe this movie's not important at all. Like, is it just the beginning of the? Is it like a pilot for the show? Because I'm not watching this show. This has not sold me on the show. Oh my god, I think this is just a pilot for the show. It definitely has to be. Wait, because the show came out like after this movie, and this, like I said, that's a kids movie. So like, it's not gonna end with Anakin like brooding and being like, "Oh man, I gotta turn evil." I would love if it did. That line of dialogue coming out of Anakin's mouth would be really funny, but no, this movie's gonna be inconsequential, isn't it? Yeah, there's definitely no way that this is substantial if there's a show after it. But is the show about? Does the show follow Anakin and Obi-Wan? Because if the show doesn't follow Anakin and Obi-Wan, then maybe this movie could have an ending. Like if the show was just about the Clone Wars, like in general, maybe. Then maybe this movie could. Oh my god, I'm scared this movie's not going to have an ending, and I would just have wasted my time. I didn't even think of that. Like, I knew there was a show, but I don't know, for some reason it didn't connect in my mind that the show is a continuation of this movie, like, almost definitely. I have to look this up. I have to look up if Obi-Wan and Anakin are in the show. Because if they are, then we're gonna have a bit of an issue here. Yeah, it's Clone Wars TV show. This movie is so boring. This movie is just another level of boring. Okay, let's see. Clone Wars show. Yeah, it is set between Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. That's what I thought. But who are the casting characters? Anakin, Obi-Wan, Ahsoka. Wait, Ahsoka's in the show? What is this? This movie's a pilot for a TV show. Okay, I'm tempted to stop this movie, to be honest. There's only like an hour and 8 minutes left. I might as well stick it out, but okay, yeah, I would not have even watched this if I had like put two and two together there. If I'd have known that. Wait, so there's no way that this movie does anything. I did not need to watch this before episode 3, I don't think. Yeah. Wait, so if Ahsoka's in the show, though, then yeah, what's the point of this movie? Is there a point? Probably not. Move it. By the way, this dialogue is nothing like the prequels. This dialogue is way too filled with attitude. Because like in the Attack of the Clones track, I repeatedly defended the dialogue. Because it's going for something. It's going for like neo-Shakespearean, like legendary, like fable type dialogue. It's going for like timeless dialogue, and it's unrealistic dialogue. It's stilted dialogue, but it totally works for the movie and the vibe that it's going for. And I think it was very fun to listen to, and it's quotable, and I like it. I like the dialogue a lot in Attack of the Clones. Despite the fact that I know that that's like the main problem people have with it, but it really worked for me. But this dialogue is so unmemorable in this movie because it's like basic. It's basic. Like it's not. There's nothing. It doesn't even feel like it's part of the prequel trilogy. Because the prequel trilogy has like a specific. I mean, of the 1.5 I've seen so far, because I saw like half of Phantom Menace before I gave up, and then I saw all of Attack of the Clones. But of the 1.5 like that I've seen so far of the prequel trilogy, there is a tone and there is a feel that those movies have that this does not have. So that's definitely bad. That's definitely something that's not good. For the fact that this is supposed to take place in between them, because what it comes across as is, they had this very specific type of dialogue, the very specific way of speaking that they spoke in, and then randomly they decided to get super 2000s casual, and then they go back to, I mean, presumably they go back to the more like fable, like unique dialogue. That's so dumb. This movie is so I guess I guess I'm a fool for public opinion here. I guess I guess I do agree with the Star Wars fans trademark. I just dropped my phone. That's what that sound was. But I guess I agree with the Star Wars fans' trademark here. The real fans that own the movie legally. And, ask Eric, the neckbeard, trying to get. I don't know. I'm trying to make jokes like the remake made. I don't know. Shut up. I'm gonna read letterboxd reviews for this movie because I gotta entertain myself somehow. How can people think that The Last Jedi is the worst Star Wars film? I agree, that's a great start. This film is a pile of flaming, I'm gonna try to keep it PG, poo-poo that doesn't even leave the characters or anything in a different place than when it started. Oh no! Oh no, my worst fears, they're true! Okay, here's another one. Jar Jar Binks is widely regarded as the most annoying character in the Star Wars universe. Well, I've just found someone even more annoying, Ahsoka Tano. Oh boy. Oh man. Letterboxd hates this movie. This is, Oh, this one says such a bad start to an overall great series. I saw this in theaters 10 years ago and didn't like it then either. I was 13. So maybe the show's good. I think that's what he's saying there, is that maybe like the TV series is good. Like I said, I have no interest in it. This was not a good way to sell me on this series. Yeah, this is bad. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is fun, I guess. I don't know. This seems kind of fun. It made me look away from Letterboxd for a second. That animation's bad, but I said I wasn't gonna focus on how bad the animation is because that'd be redundant. But I gotta keep focusing on it because it's just something I keep noticing. Oh, that was cool. It wasn't cool when they just showed it up close like that, but from far away that looked pretty good. Oh wow. So this scene's decent. I mean, it's nothing to write home about, but I'm watching it and I'm not feeling the urge to look back down at my phone right now. So I guess this is something. But like I said, it's nothing great. Wow, man. How did this get a theatrical release? That's the real question. Okay, I'm looking down at my phone again, but I'm gonna try to glance over the screen like I've been doing for like the past like 5 or so minutes because, yeah. I'm gonna text someone real quick about this movie. Doing a commentary for Clone Wars movie right now. It's so boring that I would rather be doing anything else. These texts are in the video. Now. LMAO. Look at that, that was great. He just called her Snips. My Anakin would never say that. Yeah, this dialogue is so not fitting for anything. Man, I have not seen a single review on this letterbox I'm scrolling through that is more than 2 stars. Oh no, I just found a 2.5 star one. It's got a really simplistic plot, and although the show is a borderline masterwork, well, that's an opinion that I'm not going to remark on because I don't know. I mean, he could be right, but if this movie is any indication of this series, I'm going to take that with a bit of a grain of salt, sir. But I'm not going to take that opinion away from him because I don't have any reason to. Uh, Sure. Okay. The show is a borderline masterwork. But apparently this has a really simplistic plot. Okay. Cool. The film just feels like a three-part made-for-television arc put together with a few more connections here and there in order to have a theatrical release. Yeah. I mean, it definitely feels like a pilot to a TV show right now. Um, I'm not reading this whole review. This is a long review, but that's the 2.5 one. So that's the one that I've. So that's the longest one yet. I mean, the most high star rating. I found some 3 stars actually, but I'm not gonna read them. I'm a Jedi Knight. Or soon will be. We're gonna go highest rating first. I want to see what the highest rating someone gave this was. 5 stars. Let's read the 5-star reviews, shall we? Okay. Good film. Thank you, Bo. Once again, it's another. But once again, for you listening at home, that was another bit of visual comedy that you cannot see. But trust me that I did it. I looked uh, off into the distance, like it was The Office, U.S. or U.K. depending on your preference. They both have that gag, and Parks and Recreation even if you're a nonconformist. I don't know, but I just did that and you missed it and it was funny. But anyway, yeah, that's all it says is good film. Cool. Next review by Candela says, Ahsoka Tano, my heart beats for you, waiting for the live action movie. Okay, so we found the one Ahsoka fan. Alive, even. The next one says, love this, that's by Football Player 3. Then a user that only goes by the name of Emma gave it 5 stars and a rewatch and a heart, and it says, I was 7 years old when I saw this in theaters, so now I'm 18, and it still makes me feel really good. And you know what? I'm going to be the one to say it. Clone Wars is the best thing to come out of the Star Wars franchise. Just my onion. I'm sure she meant opinion. She wrote onion. Emma, thank you for that one. I can't possibly fathom how this is your favorite thing in the franchise, but you know what? Teach their own, right? I'm sure tons of people can't fathom that I liked episode 2. Uh, so yeah. This one says favorite series as a kid. So okay. This anime by Kazrisk says this is another 5-star. We're just gonna read all the 5 stars. It says this animated series is surprisingly good. Oh my God, you're not reviewing the animated series. This is the movie Letterboxd. Let me see. Leaf Young gave it 5 stars and said choosing CG cartoon over real actors saves the cost of telling a complicated story. For the fans of Star Wars, the series adds more to the. Oh my God! Stop reviewing the series. Why is there a bunch of people that are reviewing the series? Yeah, this next one starts with the series. Oh, and now I've got all the 5-star reviews out of the way. So, let's read the trivia for this. Yeah, I'm paying no attention to this at this point. This is Count Dooku looks awful in this art style. Oh man, this movie is so bad. I can't deal with this movie, but I said I was. Let's see what the director did other than this. Oh. 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 So this director has worked on a lot of Star Wars stuff. He worked on Rebels. He's worked on the Clone Wars show. He's worked on Rogue One. He has worked on Avatar: The Last Airbender, my favorite Star Wars property. Works on Forces of Destiny, American Dragon, Jake Long, Kim Possible. So this guy's not bad. I don't know. Yeah, it wasn't. not bad. Okay, let's read the trivia. Uh, oh, that's kind of cute. Oh, that's adorable. That's adorable. That's the best part of this movie so far. There's that little baby boy. It's an adorable little thing. But, transmitted at once. Okay. First Star Wars movie since Star Wars Episode 6 Return of the Jedi to feature an in-cockpit view of the jump to hyperspace. George Lucas purposely did not use this iconic shot in any of the prequels so as not to lessen the impact of seeing it for the first time in A New Hope. Assuming one watches in chronological order. That's pretty cool. I actually respect that. That's pretty cool. Although if you watch in chronological order, this movie would presumably come before A New Hope, so I don't think he thought that out too well, but you know. Christopher Lee, Samuel L. Jackson, Anthony Daniels, and Matthew Wood are the only actors to reprise their role from the live-action franchise. Wait. Oh, wait, you're right. That is Christopher Lee. Oh, that's cool. I actually didn't notice that was Christopher Lee. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's Lucas, all right. This is the prequel trilogy. Poop jokes. The most iconic part of the Star Wars franchise. Let me see. Apparently this movie is comprised of 4 episodes for the Clone Wars. No! So this is just a pilot! Man. Dave Filoni originally proposed for Ahsoka Tano to be Obi-Wan Kenobi's new Padawan, but George Lucas insisted that she would be in... Okay, so that confirms that I literally did not need to see this. Wait, so Ahsoka was made for this movie? Oh my god, are you kidding me? I literally did not need to see this. If Lucas didn't have it planned that Anakin had an apprentice when making episode 3, then what does this show contribute? Oh my god, legitimately this show cannot contribute anything. Other than maybe like showing Obi-Wan and Anakin's friendship. They're not even doing that because Anakin's with Ahsoka the whole movie. Oh my god, that is ridiculous. So the director of this movie was just like, hey, what if Obi-Wan has an apprentice? Then George Lucas was like, no, she can be Anakin's. Like, what? That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Oh my god, this is so bad. It's the first Star Wars film not to open in the month of May. It's pretty cool. And the music is not composed by John Williams. I can tell. I can very much tell. In the original concept art, Ahsoka was named Ashla, which is the name of the youngling of the same species seen in episode 2. Wait. Why wasn't... So you could have made this movie worth watching. Are you kidding me? George Lucas is such an idiot, dude. I have no... Are you kidding me? So they had the opportunity to make this a thing. To make this a thing. Like, to make this, like, something you not even need to watch, but something that you can watch between 2 and 3 and it will add something. And they decided not to do that. That's ridiculous. That is... Yeah, that's just... That's annoying. And that's really just wow. This was the first Star Wars film to not have an introductory text scroll. Yep. The white headdress and traveling cloak Padme wears while visiting Zero the Hutt was originally designed. Padme's in this movie? It says, but it was never used in Attack of the Clones. But there are behind-the-scenes photos where Natalie Portman's wearing it, apparently. That's kind of cool. I kind of want to see that. I didn't know. So when's Padme gonna come in here? Presumably, like, she is married to Skywalker at this point. So yeah, like, okay, cool. Wait, who is this? Who is this villain? I realize she has been the villain the whole movie, but I just noticed her. I mean, like, I noticed her. I am not completely. I'm glancing at this movie. Um. Uh. But I don't know. It just registered in my head. This is the villain of the piece, and she looks so ugly. Yeah. Let me see. I want to see. I want to see the part with Padme, because then I want to look up the pictures of her wearing the headdress, because I think that would be kind of cool. Anakin's fleet commander also appears in the conference scene in A New Hope. Huh. Interesting. What is this? When Matt Lanter auditioned, he was told he was reading for the part of Deke Starkiller, and to play him as a cross between Luke and Han Solo. Only when he got the part was he told he would be voicing Anakin. So they hired a dude that doesn't sound like Anakin, doesn't really act like Anakin, and the actor didn't even know he was playing Anakin. Very odd. Very, very odd. Ashley Eckstein originally auditioned for the voice of Padme Amidala, but was told she sounded too young. The producers called her back and asked her to play around with a different accent. After a few auditions, she was hired and was told to use her normal voice to do a bunch of different accents for me, Ashley. Alright. Does a bunch of different accents. Alright, now, that was cool, but, can you just use your regular voice? Why is this movie such a mess? Why is everything I'm learning about this movie making me hate it more? I mean, what? Oh, man. The film has 4 deleted scenes. Oh boy. What are they? What are they? Is there anything interesting? An extended scene of Anakin and Ahsoka sneaking through the enemy. That sounds boring. Rancor pit. That could be interesting. Platform droid fight in cargo bay. I don't know. I don't know about those. It does take place between 2 and 3. So, Yeah, Ian McGregor, Ewan McGregor. I don't know how you say his name, but McGregor boy. Hayden Christensen, Natalie, Ian McDiarmid, Frank Oz, and I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that one. Tamara Morrison. Were the only actors to not return. They are far from the only actors to not return. The Clone Wars logo sent in a box with the word "Star" on top of it, and the word "Wars" in the bottom right resembles the logo for The Empire Strikes Back. According to Dave Filoni, I don't know why I'm saying Filoni, Filoni, whatever, Baloney. According to Dave Baloney, Ahsoka Tano was inspired by San, the titular character of Princess Mononoke. And fun fact, Ashley Eckstein originally auditioned for the role of the Tempest, which there is no role of the Tempest, except that it is the titular role. It's late. I'm sorry. It's late, and I'm watching a really boring movie. I'd much rather be watching Lady Bird. Do you want me to look up Lady Bird quotes? Because I am more than happy to do that. To be honest, yeah, we're gonna do that right now. We're gonna read Lady Bird quotes. Different things can be sad. It's not all war. Oh, hey. Replace sad with interesting, and then you have my opinion on this movie. Thank you, Lady Bird. Based Lady Bird. You clearly love Sacramento. I do. You write about Sacramento so affectionately and with such care. I was just describing it. Well, it comes across as love. Sure, I guess I pay attention. Don't you think maybe they're the same thing? Love and attention? It's good. It's good. People go by the names their parents give them, but they don't believe in God. Some people aren't built happy, you know. I found when it happened that I really like dry humping more. Why can't you say I look nice? The only thing exciting about 2002 is that it's a palindrome. And I love this movie. Not this movie that we're watching, but Lady Bird. Lady Bird is very good. Let's look at Lady Bird trivia. Saoirse Ronan has said that the most difficult word for her to pronounce with an American accent was perfect. Interesting. I've read the Lady Bird trivia. I'm not going to subject you to that. So let's get some Baby Driver quotes in here. You and I are a team, Doc. Don't feed me any more lines from Monsters, Inc. It pisses me off. He's a loony, just like his tunes. The moment you catch feelings is the moment you catch a bullet. Oh man, you know it's a good movie. Baby Driver. Baby Driver is a very good movie. I would say most movies are better than this movie. This movie is so bad. I can't. Let's read Attack of the Clones quotes. Let's read Attack of the Clones quotes now. Let's see. That's kind of cool. Like I said, I mean the lightsabers they look decent. I guess I don't. Oh man, this is one of the. I'm sorry, that probably made a lot of noise, but this is one of the worst movies I've seen. Possibly that I've seen, and I can't even express how little I care about this movie right now. Alright, so here's some Attack of the Clones quotes. Truly wonderful the mind of a child is. Why do I get the feeling you're going to be the death of me? Don't say that, Master. You're the closest thing I have to a father. I have to admit that without the clones it would not have been a victory. Victory? Victory, you say. Master Obi-Wan, not victory. The shroud of the dark side has fallen. Begun the Clone War has. We used to come here for school retreat. We would swim to that island every day. I loved the water. We used to lie out on the sand and let the sun dry us and try to guess the names of the birds singing. I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere. Not like here. Here everything is soft and smooth. Attachment is forbidden. Possession is forbidden. Compassion, which I would define as unconditional love, is essential to a Jedi's life, so you might say that we are encouraged to love. When I got to them, we got into aggressive negotiations. Aggressive negotiations? What's that? Oh, well, it's negotiations, but with a lightsaber. That is a great quote. Come on. I like a lot of these quotes. Uh, I'm going to set the scene here. Anakin and Padme are about to be carted into the arena. Don't be afraid. I'm not afraid to die. I've been dying a little bit each day since you came back into my life. What are you talking about? I love you. You love me. I thought we had decided not to fall in love, that we'd be forced to live a lie and it would destroy our lives. I think our lives are about to be destroyed anyway. I truly, deeply love you, and before we die, I want you to know. You call this a diplomatic solution? No, I call it aggressive negotiations. That was awesome when that came back. Man. This movie is so good. That was so good, yeah, when C-3PO had the battle droid's head stuck on his body, and he says, "Die, Jedi dogs." Oh, what did I say? Easy Jedi business. Go back to your drinks. You do not want to sell me death sticks. I do not want to sell you death sticks. You want to go home and rethink your life. I want to go home and rethink my life. You're making fun of me. Oh no, I'd be too frightened to tease a senator. This is great. Please don't look at me like that. Why not? Because it makes me feel uncomfortable. Sorry, my lady. Come on, come on, this movie's good. Shut up. People can you just stop? Can people just stop hating episode 2? Episode 2 is good and y'all are just haters. And I don't respect you. If you don't like this movie, if you don't like episode 2, rather, you're not worthy of my respect, and that's just the simple truth. Star Wars is serious business, y'all. This franchise with arguably more misses than hits. It's children's franchise. It's worthy of losing friendships over. Let's see. Let's read quotes from the original Star Wars while we're here. This movie is so bad. This is the worst. Use the Force, Luke. I'm not going to read quotes from the first one, actually. It'll make me sad. Why do they still have that little Jabba? I mean, the thing's adorable, but it's... man. This movie's just weird. It's such a mess. This movie is such a mess. But Master, their deflector shields are up. I'm sorry, I didn't talk for a bit there. There's nothing to say. This movie gives me nothing to work with. And it was a mistake to even do this, honestly. But you know, maybe if you made it this far, you've suffered with me. And you know, let's read tweets now. Oh my god, stop. Can they stop going to Tatooine too? Like, I said in the Attack of the Clones video, or commentary or whatever, that I thought that scene was like, why would you need, why? Like, can they just stop going to Tatooine? Like, I get it, it's Tatooine, stop. There's other planets. There is, there's more than just Tatooine. More than just Tatooine. Did you hear that? That's an old effect that people used to do. And I mean, you can still do it. It's not like out of style or anything. But that's a good way to make reverb. Is you just you get a bottle and you natural reverb. It's what the Masters, just what Morrissey did. It's what all your boys did. John, Paul, Ringo, George, Huey, Dewey, Louie, Uncle Fester, Morticia, Gomez. All of your favorites. Oh, here's the iconic scene. Apparently, whoa, that totally ruined it for me. Man, if I was watching this in chronological order, I would be pissed. George, you failed me. This villain is so boring. Also, Jedi scum. Why did he do that? That looked ridiculous. But that was funny. That was very theatrical, Obi. Is his first name Obi? Can I call you Obi, Obi-Wan? Can I call you can I call you Obi? Like that isn't there a comic strip character called Obi? Wait. I believe so. Give me a second. I got many old enemies, many cold remedies. Gotta go to kick the Razak River from Serenity. Nerd girl, I don't deserve you. I don't get the references you referred to. It's MC Chris. That's the goat. The nerdcore goat. He has a song about Star Wars. Actually, it's called Fet's Vet, and I think it's an overrated song, but it's still a good one though. You know what we could do? Okay, give me a second. That very nearly sounded like he said a very different thing, and I almost gasped, but then I didn't because I used common sense. Okay. So I'm now going to recite the lyrics of Weird Al Yankovic's "The Saga Begins." Hopefully, I don't get in trouble for this. For those of you who don't know, this is a parody of the song "American Pie," which is one of the best songs ever written, and I'm not even being ironic about that. But it is about the Phantom Menace. So here we go. A long, long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, Naboo was under... I'm going to sing it. Naboo was under an attack, and I thought me and Qui-Gon Jinn could talk the Federation into maybe cutting them a little slack. But their response, it didn't thrill us. They locked the doors and tried to kill us. We escaped from that gas, then met Jar Jar and Boss Nass. We took a bongo from the scene and went to Theed to see the Queen. We all wound up on Tatooine. That's where we found this boy. This here Anakin guy. Maybe Vader someday later, now he's just a small fry. He left his home and kissed his mommy goodbye, saying soon I'm gonna be a Jedi. Soon I'm gonna be a Jedi. Dun 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 dun. Did you know this junkyard slave isn't even old enough to shave? But he can use the force, they say. Ah, do you see him hitting on the queen, even though he's just 9 and she's 14? He's probably gonna marry her someday. Well, I know he built C-3PO, and I've heard how fast his pod can go, and we were broke, it's true. So we made a wager or two. He was a prepubescent flying ace, and the minute Jabba started that race, well, I knew who would win first place. Oh yes, it was our boy. We started singing, this here Anakin guy. Maybe Vader someday later, now he's just a small fry. And he left his home and kissed his mommy goodbye, saying soon I'm gonna be a Jedi. Soon I'm gonna be a Jedi. Bum, 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 bum. Now we finally got, I'm not gonna sing. I'm done. But I will read it. Now we finally got to Coruscant, the Jedi Council we knew would want to see how good the boy could be. So we took him there and we told the tale how his midichlorians were off the scale and he might fulfill that prophecy. Oh, the council was impressed, of course. How could he bring balance to the Force? They interviewed the kid. Oh, training they forbid, because Yoda sensed in him much fear. And Qui-Gon said, now listen here, just stick it in your pointy ear. I will teach this boy. He was singing, this here Anakin guy, maybe Vader someday later, but it's a small fire, and he left his home and kissed his mommy goodbye and saying, soon I'm going to be a Jedi, soon I'm going to be a Jedi. We caught a ride back to Naboo because Queen Amidala wanted to. I frankly would have liked to stay. We all fought in that epic war, and it wasn't long at all before, like little hotshot, flew his plane and saved the day. And in the end, some Gungans died, some ships blew up, and some pilots fried. A lot of folks were croaking. The battle droids were broken, and the Jedi I admire most met up with Darth Maul, and now he's toast. Well, I'm still here, and he's a ghost. I guess I'll train this boy. And I was singing, this your Anakin guy, maybe Vader someday later, and I was just a small fry, and he left his home and he kissed his mommy goodbye and saying, soon I'm going to be a Jedi. Soon I'm going to be a Jedi. There's one more chorus. We were singing this here Anakin guy, maybe Vader someday later, and I was just a small fry. He left his home and he kissed his mom goodbye saying, soon I'm going to be a Jedi. Soon I'm going to be a Jedi. So that was The Saga Begins by Weird Al Yankovic. That is, how long do I have left in this movie? 26 minutes. Okay. Maybe I should do a revolutionary concept and just watch the movie at this point, because I can't pass time very well, apparently. Bang, bang, he shot me down. Oh, wow, Anakin. What a burn. Speaking of burns, look at your ship, bro. Oh, they're on Tatooine now. Here on Tatooine. By the way, if you have not seen the Phineas and Ferb Star Wars episode, it's very, very good, actually. And I think I'm going. No, I'm not. That was smart that I just stopped myself from doing that. I was gonna pull up the Tatooine song on Spotify and sing along with it, but that might actually get recognized by uh, whatever YouTube does. I do like, by like, I mean, I'm annoyed by it, that there's political intrigue in this. I actually liked the political. Oh my god, there's Padme. Wait, so there's photos of Natalie Portman wearing that ridiculous costume. Anakin. That was a good scene. Yeah, I'll be honest. That was a good scene. That was interest. It was interesting. I don't know. I was that was good. It's the first good scene in this movie, but you know. Okay, so here's the Tatooine song. Da, 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 da. Here on Tatooine, out here we got a two-sun summer the whole darn year. All right, that's enough. I hope that sold y'all on listening to on watching the Phineas and Ferb episode, which is the best piece of Star Wars media. I need to stop. That's actually it's a very good episode, but it sounds like I'm being like ironic or something. Because I exaggerated and said it was the best, which it's obviously not the best Star Wars media. But it's very good, and I recommend it. They look awful in this art style. Mm. Dang, hate when that happens. I think that's the second good scene. No, that wasn't even a scene. Just second good moment. Uh, that little hesitation they did before playing was funny. Oh, is that? Wait, no, I think that's definitely what they were talking about with that trivia. That's like the costume she wore. Because I mentioned the headdress. A treaty? Oh, are they carrying Jabba? I didn't even realize that. Okay, so they're carrying Jabba. That's weird. That's interesting, I guess. Oh man, I just dropped my drink. 19 more minutes left in this. Let's power through this. Hey, that looks pretty good. I want my drink back. Gonna reach for it. Got it. Cool. I got it back. So that's Java. Anakin loves talking about sand. It is coarse and it is rough. And it gets everywhere. By the way, that's not a bad that's not a bad bit of dialogue either, in my opinion. I think it's it's fine. I don't know. Can people just stop? Like, I don't know. The hate for Attack of the Clones is just so immensely overblown that I can't. I thought Jabba was the one they were carrying. Why is the animation so bad right now? That delivery. Count Dooku. Oh my god, they did the same. Oh my god, he did the same thing. Senator Amidala. So there's no way that Rogue One is worse than this. I'm just putting that out there. I mean, I've heard bad things about Rogue One, but there's no way it's this bad. That doesn't look bad either. Oh no, not the dark side of the Force. That was cute. Why does he keep calling her Snips? I have a hard time believing Anakin Skywalker would call anybody Snips, whatever, snipping. He doesn't seem like a nickname type of guy. What's it gonna do? Is it a bomb? Hmm. The way that music cue went, it kind of sounded like a horn, and I was like, he's not honking, is he? Count Dooku has a musical car horn on his speeder or whatever. It's a funny idea. Where's Ahsoka? Boy. But yeah, where's Ahsoka and all the Ahsoka. Where's Ahsoka and all this? Whoa. The Ginny Nicholson video, The Dark Side Makes No Sense. That is recommended watching also. I just thought I'd put that out there because that video is incredibly true. Oh no. Oh. You know, at least Christopher Lee was cool enough to do this. That was kind of cool. This feels like a video game now. Straight up. They just came out from the ground. And it's like she has to clear them before she goes up there. That's crazy. That's filler. I hate how she holds her lightsaber. Okay, so it's Jabba's son, okay. So in episode 3, okay, so we established that like none of this matters, right? But let's say, for sake of argument, uh, I'm pretty sure Dooku comes back in episode 3, right? Because they didn't kill him in episode 2. Is Anakin going to acknowledge the fact that he saw Count Dooku again? Or is he going to be like, it's been since before the Clone Wars? I don't know, he probably wouldn't say that, but I mean, is there going to be acknowledgement of the fact that they have seen each other since the last time they saw each other? They've seen each other since episode 2, rather. I don't know. That's weird. I hope that there's acknowledgement of it. I honestly just hope there was any reason at all for me to watch this. Also, C3PO is great. Um, Always, you know. Yeah, 3PO is so good. Just every time he plays that character. This scene's pretty okay, too. This scene's not bad. Okay, cool. We're back to the video game part of this. Can he teach her how to hold a lightsaber? Does that happen in the show? How to hold a lightsaber and not look stupid 101? Huh. I thought he just passed Ahsoka. Oh boy. Aggressive negotiation. I'm sorry I haven't been talking once again. Sorry, I just went silent again. I'm actually just, I'm kind of into this scene. This is good right now. I think we found a good scene in this movie. I think how many of them have I pointed out? Like maybe three total, including this one. So I'm just relishing them when they come. Also, that was so bad what she just said to him in his response, especially. Anakin's like, oh yeah, I guess I am married. Ooh. Woohoo, yeah. Huh. How much longer is in this? 5 minutes? So is that what the show's about? Is he tracking down? Is he tracking down Dooku? Huh. How is this gonna end? I wonder. Hey, there's Obi-Wan. Remember, he's supposed to be a part of this. His friendship with Anakin is supposed to be pretty important to the Clone Wars. You remember that? You remember that part of Star Wars that this movie didn't want to go into? Yeah, I do. This movie is so bad. I hate it. I hate it so much. Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's how you're ending it. Okay. Yeah. Whatever. Henry Gilroy, Stephen Melching, and Scott Murphy. You did a horrible job. Catherine Winder, you probably did a decent job. George Lucas, yeah. Jason W.A. I'm not gonna keep singling out people, um, but yeah, that was not only a waste of my time. I think that was a waste of everything. Uh, that's the waste. I don't know. That was awful. That was. I feel. I just feel actively contemptuous that I had to sit through that. Um, yeah, I have no interest in watching the series for sure, unless I find out there's something like crucial in the series that I have to see before episode 3, maybe. But even so, I think I'll just take my chances and watch it like so many audiences did when it came out. Um, so. Uh, so yeah, that's a bad Star Wars movie. There's people who think The Last Jedi was bad. There's people who think Attack of the Clones was bad, Phantom Menace, whatever. No, this was bad. This was just an affront to everything good ever. Not even just in Star Wars, just in life. This was an active attack on happiness and an active attack on just everything we as a society, as humans, hold dear. Yeah, Star Wars: The Clone Wars, the film. Not impressed. Yeah, I gotta say not impressed. I gotta say 2 stars out of 10, maybe. That sounds about right. All right, cool. See you guys later.